And here, waiting outside in the cold on a spring morning, is a YouTuber. Is she seeing good metrics? We'll never know from this angle. The analytics on her phone are generally positive, but confusing. She looks around, considering that maybe people are interested in different areas around Edinburgh.
What are you doing?
Nothing!
Hello, my curious peeps. This is Kat, aka Kakibot, and today I am welcoming you to a brand new series on my channel. You asked and we delivered, or we decided to deliver, and hopefully we will deliver over the next couple of months for a series that kind of takes a closer look at some of the best neighborhoods here in Edinburgh. This is a series that's both for you who are visiting Edinburgh and maybe you want to visit somewhere new and see like where to go for some nice coffee or shopping or restaurants or, you know, historical sites, but also for you who are moving here, or maybe for you who are living here and you just want to know what this expat living in Edinburgh thinks about your neighborhood. We are starting here in Bruntsfield. This is the Bruntsfield Links, the little park area that's connected to the meadows that kind of defines what Bruntsfield is. Honestly, if you Google it, Bruntsfield is mostly the high street, and that's one of the reasons why we went for it as our first pick, because it's quite compact, but there's a lot going on. This is a really fun neighborhood to visit and a beautiful neighborhood to live in, but don't worry, we're gonna be connecting to a local later who actually lives here. She's gonna tell us what she thinks about living here in Bruntsfield. Yeah, hopefully that's what you are looking for. And if not, let me know in the comments below if there's anything else you'd love to know about Edinburgh's neighborhoods, and we can adjust things as we go. We're starting in this lower part of the links, which I sometimes say it's a really nice place to have like a little picnic because there's a really nice view of the castle, but also you have to keep in mind this is links. So people come here to play golf. So if you get hit by a golf ball, don't at me. Also, this beautiful church behind me, which you will probably see in a nicer framing in my B-roll, is the Barclay Viewforth Church. It's such a nice little orientation point in this whole area, and we're gonna go to the church area and then we're gonna go up and show you all of the great cafes and shops that are in Bruntsfield and that I think are worth visiting. Whenever we hit one of our favorites, we're gonna let you know in the voiceover, and we're gonna maybe tell you some more details about what our favorites are.
Alrighty then, let's go explore what Bruntsfield has to offer. From the church, we are continuing uphill, copying the edge of the links. This part of Bruntsfield might look less tempting to take a walk around, but it really does have some true hidden gems waiting for you. Like Scotland's oldest charity shop, where Simon bought an old copy of one of his favorite childhood books. Right next door is a restaurant called Cora by Tom Kitchen. This is one of Scotland's celebrity chefs. Just like many other chefs in this category, Kitchen also has some employee abuse allegations on his CV, so I don't particularly feel like supporting him. Nordic Outdoor Store. So this was my first time visiting here, and I am loving the colorful, on-trend, and of course out of my budget selection of Highland Trip apparel here. One product you might be interested in, no matter your allowance, are these little collectible travel patches. So cute! So if you don't visit Flamingosaurus Rex solely for the amazing name of it, you should definitely at least visit it for the great art made by local independent artists. You'll find prints, postcards, hats, great gifts for all the oddballs in your social circle. Okay, now we're getting to one of my big faves. This place is called Smooches and Pooches. It's a pet shop, and it is owned by an American expat and stocks such a great selection of toys and treats. My favorite bit is the wall of tweed collars and leads for doggies, and it always just makes me really want to adopt a dog. And just next door is another pet shop, Hillard & Co. This place is actually over 50 years old. Okay, our first foodie recommendation of this neighborhood, and that is Banh Mi Bar. You probably know that we already love the branch in the Arches next to Waverley, but you can actually enjoy a slightly different menu here, plus some weekly specials, which are good to keep an eye out for on their Instagram. We share the pork belly banh mi, and also some tender stem broccoli for health. From here onward, you will really find yourself in the real thick of Bruntsfield, so hold on to your butts, because here come even more of our favorites. Of course, Curiouser and Curiouser had to make our fave list because it is just such a lovely place to get gifts, treats, stationery, souvenirs. You will find a wall of Scotland-themed goods, but also specialty chocolate bars, washi tapes, notepads, scented candles, and you can also come here to get your prints framed. Honestly, Bruntsfield has like 4 picture framer shops. My guess is people in Bruntsfield just can't help themselves with all these art purchases. There are more gift stores in the area though, like Halibut and Herring, which has the most beautiful interior design. Cuckoo's Bakery, a sister branch to the one on Dundas Street. I am not really a cupcake kind of peep, but just look at them, they're so cute, and the range is impressive and the cafe space inviting and the staff so sweet. So if you are a cupcake peep, let me know in the comments below what's your favorite cupcake, and also visit this cute little spot. I have also visited the Biscuit Boutique for the first time ever while shooting this video. Not gonna lie, I've always had a bit of a beef with their branding. Look, I should at the very least be offered a free bikkie when I'm shopping here. But oh well, at least I found my latest aspirational purchase. A jumper that just says crackers. One of the many spots to get good coffee in Bruntsfield is Artisan Roast. Once again, you might know this name from their other locations around Edinburgh, but there's a good reason for it, because their coffee is fantastic and they more than deserve to expand and thrive. We had some brews and a pistachio brownie, but you can also just pop in and pick up a bag of delicious beans to make tasty bean juice within the comfort of your own home. Honeycomb & Co., why do you have such grasp over me? This place is popular and expensive. The menu is impressive and caters to many palates and dietary choices, and I love how many non-caffeinated and non-alcoholic options they offer. Because you don't always want to get a buzz on, or de-buzz. Sometimes you are just fine the way you are, on your buzz level. We shared 2 of their breakfast dishes, the shakshuka, which was so very tasty and refreshing and warming, and a fruit crumble French toast. This was a bit too sweet for me. Imagine more of a jammy Dodger flavor profile than a tart and sweet crumble, but still felt like a great treat. I really recommend making a reservation though and coming before 10 AM. This is the time when Honeycomb always gets really busy and quite loud. But what about the other side of the main street, you might ask? Well, we've got you covered. Let's start at the Dig-In, a unique and friendly community grocery store offering in-season produce, goodies from local suppliers, and organic pantry fillers. It is run largely by volunteers and will appreciate your custom. Right next door is Maytree, and if you watch this channel religiously, as you should, you know that this is not only a favorite of mine in the neighborhood, but in the whole city. There are probably over 10, if not 15 choices of hot chocolate to order from in this cozy gem. Some of them are single origin, some regional specials, like the thick Italian or spiced Aztec. You can also get a quick lunch here or some cake, sometimes even gelato. And of course, this is the place to get yourself some Chocolate Tree brand chocolates, the best souvenir for your cocoa-loving buds. Need to pick up a lunchtime treat to eat in the park? Look no further than Bros. My personal order of choice is the spicy BAT, or BAT, bacon avocado tomato, which is messy, savory and fresh all at the same time. Definitely do not eat this over your favorite pair of trousers. Officially, Bruntsfield ends at the Holy Corner, a point where you are literally surrounded by churches. There is no escape. From here you can meander back through the neighborhood of Greenhill, filled with stunning villas, which will make your wallets cry. If you pay attention, you might also find this little historical hidden gem. A tomb of a local apothecary, John Livingston. Great little spot for a very macabre lunch break, I think.
Welcome to the most exciting segment of this video, which is where I come and bother a local. This time my local is my friend Magdalena, who you might know from her Instagram account, which is DangerousP1. This is the handle, and her photography is beautiful, chef's kiss. So you've moved here about like 2 years ago, something like that?
Yeah, we moved to Edinburgh 3 years ago, and we lived briefly in the city centre, which was nice, but then the opportunity came to move in here into Bruntsfield, and we didn't really know the place more than wandering the meadows. And when we moved into the flat, we decided that this is the best idea we had in ages.
What do you think are the best things about living in the Bruntsfield area?
Well, It's very quiet, despite Bruntsfield being very close to city centre. You can walk within 20-25 minutes. You can take a bus, of course, but you can go through meadows and then the old town, which is such a nice walk that you cannot even notice the time passing. So that is main advantage. Also, there aren't any tourists around here. This is an advantage and yet a disadvantage. There are both sides to this. So an advantage is that it's quiet, and the disadvantage, I guess, is this is such a beautiful area that I think anyone coming to Edinburgh should spend some time around here. Mainly because there are such beautiful buildings around here, especially off the main street, and you can find many cute shops around here which are kind of a secret because you cannot find them in the city centre.
There's a dog. For you who can't see beyond this framing, there is now a dog here. See, come to Bruntsfield, there's dogs.
Yeah.
There
And
is a lot
cats.
of dogs. Also,
And
like
cats.
in Bruntsfield links, good dog watching, but
Yeah,
over
I was
here.
going to mention that.
Which of the spots around this area have become your personal favorites?
So obviously we live very close to the meadows, so I am there every day. Even like you have no excuse now to not go for a lunch walk. From the local businesses, Maytree, which is a chocolate shop slash coffee place. There's also an independent record store, Thorn Records. They're very cool, and the owner is very nice. There is also two very nice vegan places. Henderson, which is more down on Bruntsfield, and Seeds for the Soul, which is more on the other end. So Henderson is more for, I wouldn't say fine dining, but like more of an occasion dining, beautiful things. Whereas Seeds for Soul is more relaxed and more hip, more accessible as well. I recommend both of them. Oh, there's a nice, very nice French bakery shop, La Barentine. You can get a sourdough bread and macaroons fresh. So yeah, so it's basically everything you need, because when you live in Bruntsfield, it feels like you live in a very small market town. Everything is on your doorstep. Everything is along one long street, and you feel like you don't have to really leave. However, it's very close to go to the centre.
Okay, one last question for you. Is there anything at all that you think is not that great about living in Bruntsfield?
I was thinking about this hard, and I even asked my husband what he thinks, and we only came to, I guess, two conclusions. One being the price of rentals, and when you're looking to buy, it is a very nice area, so the price tag comes along with it. And also there isn't a very big supermarket around the area, so you have to drive, for example, to Asda's. If you do have a car, the parking is quite expensive because there isn't any reserved parking. You have to park wherever you can. You have to have a permit. However, if you're only coming to Edinburgh, these will not concern you. I guess from the touristy point of view, this is a perfect place to visit.
You've heard it here first. Bruntsfield is perfect. I'm pretty sure someone has said it before, but you've heard it here again. Yay! Thank you, Magdalena, for agreeing to being in our video. We super appreciate it.
Thank you.
And hopefully you keep enjoying your life in Bruntsfield that we are so very jealous of.
Thank you.
And so, our beautiful day in Bruntsfield has turned into night. Just kidding, this video has taken us about 5 days to make, so we have been in and out of Bruntsfield like it's going out of fashion. And I have to say that in the process we have kind of reinvigorated our love for this neighborhood, because we don't live that far away, you know. We live about 10 to 15 minutes on foot from here, and in a way, Bruntsfield in all its compact glory, in its like picturesque perfection, almost makes this little resort for people who live anywhere else in Edinburgh. It's like Hogsmeade. Like, you come here and it's this perfect area where the high street has a fishmonger and butcher shop and a little independent bookshop and a toy store. Like, how often do you find independent toy stores these days? This high street has it all on about, I don't know, like 300 meters of length. It's incredible. We knew that we were gonna make a video about a great neighborhood when we were making the choice about which one to start with. We knew that this would be a crowd pleaser, but in a way it surprised us. We kept looking at each other like, why don't we come here more often? I mean, one of the things is that obviously it's quite expensive here, and even though, as my friend said, it is not very touristy here, I think that the population is quite dense and is quite coffee going and dinner going, so sometimes it's actually quite hard to come here and find a place to sit. So be prepared for that. This place is popular, and people who live here, they love supporting local businesses, so sometimes it's kind of hard to like elbow your way in and support them also. But if you're visiting Edinburgh and you're thinking about somewhere slightly alternative to visit, that's not just Old Town, New Town, maybe Stockbridge, then, you know, if you're visiting the Meadows, you can just walk a bit to the east, end up in Bruntsfield Links, end up in Bruntsfield, and see all of these wonderful places that we showed you in this video. If you are moving into Edinburgh, I would say that you can consider yourself extremely lucky if you find a place to live in Bruntsfield. It will probably be quite pricey, and, you know, if not, then I don't know who you had to bribe. But good for you, I guess. Jealous. I would like to, however, point out that Bruntsfield as a neighborhood is surrounded by a lot of other neighborhoods within, again, 10 to 15 minutes walking distance. And those are, you know, Fountainbridge and Dalry and Morningside and Newington even, that's on the other side of the Meadows. And if you find a place in either of those, you will find it incredibly easy to visit Bruntsfield anyway. So maybe look into those areas instead if you want to save yourself a little quid. So as I'm reaching the end of this video, let me just thank my friend Magdalena, who was so very nice to dedicate her lunch break to us and our little shooting project. If you also want to thank her, don't forget to visit her on Instagram. This is her handle. You can also visit me on Instagram. This is my handle, Kakibot for art and merch, Kaki blog for photos and my general life in Edinburgh. I also have an Etsy store where you can find a lot of Scottish themed goodies. A link is in the doobly-doo. And hey, if you like this video and you're curious about the other neighborhoods we're gonna visit month by month as we go through 2023 and perhaps beyond, because Edinburgh has many neighborhoods, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also click that little bell, because that's gonna tell you when a new video is out. And also, you can leave a like. Tell the algorithm gods that I'm relevant, and I'm gonna love you for it. Okay. That is truly it for our exploration of Bruntsfield. Feel free to let us know which neighborhood you would love us to cover next, although we do have a little list, but we might rearrange our priorities, especially for you, because we like you so much, of course. Okay, that is truly it from me, and I'm gonna now leave Bruntsfield, the perfect neighborhood of Edinburgh, and go back to Dalry, an ever so slightly less perfect neighborhood of Edinburgh, but I still love it. So yeah, I'm off. Thank you, and good night. Bye.